Hi, Gary Lehman in San Diego today. I want to talk about a new tuning that I'm starting to explore, and I want you to understand it, so I'm going to relate it to a tuning you're very familiar with. Here's a G harmonica, standard tuning. Two chords, G and D. There's a third chord too. But it's only a two-note chord. That's a C chord. And I want to talk about the A minor scale, third position. On a G harmonica. So this is a G harmonica. Well, let me start with the melody maker. It's a G harmonica. It's a C. The F sharps have been retuned. Same arrangement of tones, different breath patterns, so it's blow draw all the way up. Where this is blow and this is draw. So that's the melody maker tuning. Major cross is very similar. That passage is exactly the same. So then I have this four-note tuning. That's the Power Chromatic by Brendan Power. Same arrangement of tones over the entire range of the harmonica. I'll play the entire range. It's actually in that key, which is G. So now that I've put it in G on the Power Chromatic, here's the breath pattern. Now we come to the PentaBender. Virtually the same breath pattern, the same note arrangement as the Power Chromatic with one added hole, so it's 5 holes per octave instead of 4. Now why would you want a 5-hole per octave harmonica? You can play all the draw bands. With no overbands. Only one overband on the Power Chromatic. Similar on the melody maker. And it'd be the same on the major cross. I'm not getting that one. Let's contrast that back to the G. One overband. Two overband. That's the most stable one, blow 6. So unpleasant sounds coming from Gary's harmonica. So what is the PentaBender? It's two pentatonic scales on top of each other. C, or A minor, and D, or B minor. Lots of enharmonics. Here's the entire tuning. So every hole can be bent a half step. There I'm bending the note down, then moving to the next lowest hole and playing the note already draw bent. Because sometimes you want the note. In fact, most of the time you want the note. And you don't want to bend a note, you want a note which is bent. So now there's a similar tuning, 5 holes per octave, called the 4 key. But on that one, there are no half-step bends, only on 2 holes. Here, every hole gets a half-step bend, or can. So Oh, I don't know, juke. So you can get every note of the chromatic scale. Now the power chromatic is close. And every hole can be bent a half step, but there's that one elusive note, which on a C harmonica would be A flat, which has to be overblown. Now you can valve the instrument and play it as a blow bend. I believe that this particular harmonica has the valve on the inside so that you can blow bend that hole. Again, the tone is a little suspect, so that's where this harmonica really shines. Now, because it's tuned to pentatonic, it's great for Irish music too. Or whatever is pentatonic in nature is easy to riff through, and only one half step draw bend in order to play in the draw key. Major seventh. Or in the blow key, another bend. So it's harder to avoid the holes that you don't want than it is to draw bend the holes to play the notes that you do want. So this is especially good if you're playing scalar passages that are next to each other, like those chromatic ascending things. The pattern, I'll tell you before I go, is half step bend. That note is the same as the draw note. So you can play just a draw bend and a draw note on the next hole. Blow, half step bend. The famous flat 5, like draw 4 in cross harp on a standard tune. That note. Because there's 3 whole steps next to each other, like the pentatonic, 3 black keys next to each other. They're here somewhere. Right there. So I was playing 1, 2, 3 on the 4 and the 5 chord, and then I went back to the tonic, which requires a blow. So that's the major key of this. I have it tuned to G major. The 2 pentatonics are F and D. Okay, so that's the quick redux on the PentaBender. I could spend more time. I haven't really mastered the tuning yet, like many of the tunings that I present here. I don't master them, but I want you to be aware of them so that you can go forward and make it perfect. PentaBender is available online if you search for that term, PentaBender, and you can find a chart of the tuning, I'm sure. But just the quick redux, it's a lot like second position on the diatonic. Here in the key of D, G. Except that you can draw bend half steps to get all the accidentals. Gary in San Diego, have fun with the harmonica. I do.